Hey y'all, in today's video we are on the phone with Corinne, who says that she got me a gift that she wasn't gonna tell me about, but then she should tell me about because she don't want to hear my mouth saying I should have told me about it, and I don't understand. So I said, let me open up my camera because this sounds like some food shiggity. Okay, y'all, let's hear about this.
Okay, so what had happened was I had a whole vision that I got inspired to go somewhere. And then I was like, well, I'm not going to say nothing. This is the scene. What's going to happen is you are going to show up to Amsterdam, and then you're going to see me. You're going to bump into me and be like, what are you doing here?
Something is straight wrong with you.
You're going to be like, what are you doing here? And you tell me you were coming here. But then you're going to be like, why did you tell me you wasn't coming here? Because then we could have planned this, and we could have did this, and you didn't tell me, and da-da-da. So I was like, oh, God, I'm going to get in so much trouble.
So, Corinne, what you're saying is you're the gift and you're going to Amsterdam with us? What the hell? Wait a minute. So, Corinne, let me get this right.
Get it all the way together first.
Just in case I don't even have it together. You're the gift, because in your gift, you're coming on me and Jay's trip with us.
No, I'm not coming with you. I'm going as well.
No, that's the way. Okay, you're going as well. That's the way I'm phrasing it, though. Because remember, I got the camera on, guys. So me and Jay, we're going to Amsterdam. So Corinne, as y'all hear, happens to be going to Amsterdam too.
No, because real talk, I was supposed to be going the whole time, and we was talking about it, and then it just slipped away, and then life happened and whatever.
No,
and
then here's the thing. So her gift was she was gonna surprise me by popping up in Amsterdam. Y'all, my life, this where do you got some friends that just so happen to be? I just so happened to buy a whole ticket and everything else in Amsterdam. Surprise! Here I am, bitches.
That's what I wanted to do. I was like, but she'd be like, oh, we could have, I don't know, got reservations for to do this together or something. And then I'm going to be like, oh, man, you're right. So,
maybe, since you want to since you inserting yourself here, did you buy a plane ticket yet?
I did.
Nigga. What day are you going? When are you flying out?
I think Thursday or Monday, something like that. I'm in and out.
No, you're doing the same thing we're doing.
Oh, okay, cool.
We fly out on Thursday, but we don't land there till Friday.
Friday? We might go the same flight, bitch.
With a layover in Iceland?
Oh, no, honey. I got a nonstop.
Oh, okay.
I think I get there like 7 in the morning on Friday.
Oh, okay, so we get there like about 1 p.m. on Friday.
Wow.
And then we're leaving on Tuesday, though.
Yeah, I leave on Monday. Something. I don't even know.
So here's the thing then. What I didn't do at this point is we haven't booked any place yet to stay. So, I was going to reach out to some friends, and I was like, one thing at a time, let me just do this. Because, your mind will be like, let me figure everything out and then go, and then everything's too late. I was like, no. Who you was reaching out to Dennis, but he don't live in Amsterdam. I think he lives a little bit away from Amsterdam. So that
was on my list of things to do today. Like, even just call him and be like, hey, what do you know? What's a good idea? Look up Airbnbs. So today was on my list.
I was going to ask you, I was going to say that maybe we can get an Airbnb together and split that.
I love God.
Girl, y'all see how this mess be working out?
What you say?
And then the funny part about it is when you was talking about DJ's gift and what you're putting together for DJ, and I was saying how that's some people's talent. My whole thing was my talent is organizing a trip.
Right.
That's even though it looks like I'm more delegating.
That's getting it done as well, but you're brilliant at the details of making a trip
putting together
awesome.
an experience. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
I've gone some places and I'd be like, damn, I wish Tinesha, I'm used to her doing this. Why is she on this other trip with me and got a whole other group of people? That's what I'd be thinking.
But the funny part about it is, I was just telling Jay this morning, I said, because you know his mom may have a discount. Girl, we ain't figured it out yet. We tried to figure it out. It looked like the discount wasn't a discount. But I said to him, I said, when we go to you know, when I'm in Miami this weekend or whatever, or I fly out Saturday, I said to him, we can talk to your mom then about her discount, because you know she don't know how to use it either. We was trying to figure this out over the phone, and I was like, okay, it might be better just to try to figure it out in person. So we was gonna look up how much that is in Amsterdam. But also the thing about that is the hotel isn't close to where the conference is going to be. But I said if it was a good discount, it don't matter, because we can catch Ubers and stuff right. Conference. So the same thing with the Airbnb. If we look up an Airbnb, even if it's not like right there, but I wouldn't want it to be like, you know, in Amsterdam proper.
Yeah, it's only 2 days. You don't want to be trying to like travel 2 hours to get to the thing every day.
Yeah, but we could you know, get catch whatchamacallits to the conference. Girl, you got issues. You got issues. And you know who else got issues?
Who?
Jay.
What are my and Jay's issues?
Okay. So Jay says he watched my video yesterday, right? The video that came out. And he said, and it touched him. It touched him so much. I want to go to Kenya, baby. Like, no, you did not watch my video, and the moral of the story is you was inspired to go to Kenya with me, because life is short, and we need it. And I've always wanted to go to Africa. When did you always want to go everywhere? Everywhere I say, you always wanted to go there. Yeah, so y'all special.
No, I caught a bug. I was listening to the one I told you, the guy but she told him he's a master. And I was like, this exercise of this, I miss this. I miss like the magic, intentionally fun thing. And I reached out to, I went to the site. Of course, the tickets were to the thing. So I'm looking at plane tickets, doing all this other stuff, and I'm like, I want to go, but there's no. Then I was like, oh, I guess, well, the universe is saying you can't go because the tickets are sold out. You wait until 5 minutes before. So I sent Tony a message, and I'm like, hey, you know, I just got a bug in my ass. I said, I want to see you. Can you put me on the waiting list? So she emails back, and she says, there is no waiting list. There's just a bunch of cancellations. Do this, and go get you a ticket. And I was like, what? I was like, okay, thanks, babe. And then... so I go to get the ticket because she said, go and sign on the Life Journeys and get the ticket. I go to get the ticket. It says it's sold out. So we go back and forth a little bit. So she's like, look, I'm holding one for you. Log in to your account. Do this, and do that. And it's sitting in there. And she literally had a ticket that I just had to push the button and pay for in there for me, like concierge service.
I love our lives.
Yes.
Where can people just pop up one day and decide, hey, I'm going to Amsterdam next week, and the event is sold out, and they just say, hey, let me reach out to my people who happen to be the people, and then the people say, all right, fine, I'm just putting a ticket in your account, just go in, do this. Come on.
Yeah.
And guys, because like I said, I still got the camera running, let me explain to them. So the end of the year, we're going on a cruise around Europe, Adriatic seas. We'll be going to Greece, Italy. We're going to and from Rome, which I've always wanted to go back to this one place I stayed. So I'm going to be able to recreate that experience. We're going to be doing Kosovo, Montenegro. So some places I've never been before. And of course, Jay gets to come. He's never been to any of these places, and I absolutely adore them. Corinne and I get to have a do-over because one year we went and I took Corinne to the Coliseum for her birthday. And that turned out to be a hot mess. Like, I paid for a private tour to the Vatican, the Coliseum, all of this stuff that was all in Corinne's bucket list, dream list. And some Wahiti people try to take it from us. They try to steal our trip, y'all. Literally. Right, Corinne?
Call them watch TV people. What you say?
I said Wahite. Wahite. Didn't they, girl? We paid for it, and the trip only had 3 people private. Why this lady went and found 2 other people and passed them off as if they were the original people? And because
I think you're explaining it. They are on the van comes up, private van comes up to pick us up. We waiting, no van comes for an hour. She done got in the van with 2 other people that's not us and left and went and started the tour.
Yes.
On your dime, because you gifted it to me for my birthday or something.
Yes, and because I paid like over $300 or something for this thing, and the guy, because they don't speak English like that, so the guy was like, he was so peed off because it was like he thought that he had his group who paid for it. What's this? Welcome to RTT calling. Are you trying to call me?
No.
What the heck? Oh, okay. So anyways, we get to have a do-over. We get to do all of that over. We get to go to the Coliseum again. We get to, you know what I'm saying? We get to do it the right way. And you know what would be dope since we're creating? It would be dope if we can get a black tour of the Vatican. Let's create that. Let's create that.
Yeah.
And guys,
we said that. You know, it's cool. We created that already. We was like, we would love to come back here and see the black perspective of this experience, like, because they're not giving it to us when we ask for it.
Let me tell you guys this, because I know y'all think everything is about color, and it is, because we're black and we are so fascinated by our culture, our history, but you can find very little of it. Let me tell y'all something. I grew up in a time where I used to go to the library, and it was very hard to find books that were by people of color. You had to really search for them. So if you can't find a book by a person of color, how can you truly support an author who's of color, right? Times are different now. But the bottom line is, on these tours, times are still the same. Because if you go to the Vatican, y'all, there are whole rooms filled with Egyptian artifacts that were stolen from the continent. But guess what, y'all? They're not part of the tour. The tour concentrates on the Anglo-Saxon view of the Vatican. So as we're passing these beautiful rooms with these beautiful artifacts from Africa, I'm stopping and raising my hand, asking the tour guide, and he's just like, oh yeah, those are some things over there. But we're walking past these things. We're not even stopping to look at them. And we've seen a statue that had, it was obviously an African person. He had a full nose, you know, the features were African, and he was like with amongst the other statues. And I stopped, raised my hand, hey, who's this guy? And he goes, oh, he was probably a slave. That was all he said. Meaning this tour guide didn't know who this person was. But my thing is, he had to be more than a slave. Who creates a bust of a slave, and then why is he displayed amongst all of the other busts of these people?
Yeah, and the part that I remember in that assessment was we were seeing all these things, and they were explaining the tapestries and explaining the transition of culture, where they were explaining the tapestries and all the naked people and the transition between that, and kind of like became shameful. And so they had another artist come back after we saw the Sistine Chapel, and another artist came back and covered everybody up. So we walking around, and you see these little leaves and on busk and all kinds of stuff. They went back and put leaves on, lots of effort. You're talking about on the ceiling in a church. They went back and put leaves over their genitalia.
But this little black
so we walked in,
one,
and we see, right.
He had no leaf, y'all.
Yeah, so we like, what's up with him? And then we staring at him, and we like, oh, his hair look a little woolly. It's not smooth, and this is a statue. Yeah, this is a statue, and his nose is broad. We're like, oh, this is a little black boy.
Yeah.
And then we raised our hand, we asked the question, and he was like, oh, that's a slave, and kept walking. We was like,
but everybody else, he knew who they were, their lineage, their this, their that. So that's why I say it would be so dope if we can get an African American, not even an African American, African perspective.
Yeah. Yes, I want that. I wanted it then, I want it now. I want to continue playing and talking, but I got to go to work.
Okay. Okay.
Bye, family. We'll see y'all in all the great places.
Apparently.
So I hope you enjoy your gift.
Oh, thank you for my gift, girl. We're gonna have so much fun. Let me go tell Jay about the gift.
All right, babe. Have a good day.
Girl, bye.
Bye.
So let me finish telling y'all. So in the meantime, a friend reached out to me the other day, 2 days ago, about they went to Kenya, and it was amazing. It was the absolutely most amazing experience they ever have. And what I love about my friends is we all almost have the same personality. We get obsessed about a thing and we dive into that obsession. Like, we lean into it. I love that. And so my friend is leaning into this love affair he's having with Kenya right now. And so in that love affair, he wants to organize a trip back to Kenya in November. So he sent a few of us an email asking who, you know, like, who would be interested in going, like serious interest only. Like, would you go? Here's the dates to go back to Kenya. And one of the, and it goes over Thanksgiving. I am a yes, without hesitation, yes. I will be spending Thanksgiving on the continent, booze. Okay, so I'm a yes. But here's the thing. Jay and I, the trip we were just talking about, this European Adriatic Seas cruise, takes place in October. And we're going to be there a good 3 weeks, right? So for me, it ain't nothing for me to do back-to-back trips. I've done it before. One time I went on a whole 12-day cruise that ended in Venice, and then hopped on a plane and went to Bali for another 2 weeks. I did a whole month vacation traveling between Europe and all of this stuff, and then going to Bali. This is what I do. I love it. I designed my life this way. And so I'm like, I'm going back to Kenya the very next month. And even though we were gonna host Thanksgiving this year, oh, Thanksgiving's canceled. So I'm telling Jay, and Jay is like, you know, and because for him it's like, okay, these back-to-back trips, he already thinks I be throwing him on all these trips anyway, and it be costing all this money and X, Y, and Z. So it's like, that may not be in his budget to go back-to-back like that, because these are not inexpensive trips. Like, it can cost, like, our one trip is like $5,000 per person, and then this trip can easily run $5,000 or more per person. So he's like, you know, he's gonna sit Kenya out. But then he watched my video yesterday where I was talking about, you know, we went to South Carolina and all of that, and this is why I save my money, is for times like this, creating these memories, doing this, doing that. So he said I inspired him in that video, so he wants to go to Kenya. He's going to Kenya too. I'm like, boy, you are hilarious. But you know, my whole thing is, this is why I also say we pray. We have prayer routines, you know, because part of praying isn't just praying for the ordinary. You know, have a good day, thank you for the sun, this, that, this, that. It's also exercising your prayer for what you may deem impossible, that you may deem harder than average. And so for us to be able to pull off 2 fabulous expensive trips back to back like it's nothing, like we don't want to feel the dearth of that. We don't want to feel a financial burden from that. We still want to be able to meet all of our other financial goals, and we still want to be able to have the best, most amazing time ever and create the best, most amazing experiences ever. You know, Jay is my favorite travel buddy. He is so fun. But then again, all my travel buddies are absolutely amazing. I would love for him to go to Kenya, but at the same time, if it doesn't make financial sense, I understand that too, because a lot of people do an average of 2 good trips a year. I usually do an average of a good trip every single month. This is my lifestyle, and I don't expect everybody to keep up with that pace. But I love the fact that I'm with a partner who doesn't want to slow me down from that pace. Like, he doesn't give me no shade, like, well, why are you going? Or if you can't go, like, he's not trying to dial me back. He is working to step himself up so that he can do all the things too. It just may be that now may not be the time, but according to him, he making now the time. He gonna do whatever he got to do to make this happen for himself, and I'm with it. I'm with it. As long as it's in alignment, as long as it's in budget. We don't go into debt to go on trips. We don't do that. We don't do that. That ain't even smart. I'm not into that. But because everywhere we are is a vacation. You don't have to be in Africa for it to be a vacation, or Europe for it to be a vacation, or South America for it to be a vacation, or Vegas for it to be a vacation. We can have a vacation right here, right now. And I love that too. I love that too. We get our hair done today, y'all. But this is already 20 minutes, so this might be the video. I don't know. But we get our hair done today. All right, bye. On our way to work now. Drinking good homemade coffee. Talking to y'all. Peace.